rhymes always headlines the street news. Baby girl, don't be confused. Still by 17s and enjoy my boat cruise. I know you really wanna know who's coming through, leaving residues. Sorry, homeboy, but your flow sound used. Got to pay your dues, baby. You know the rules. Whenever I travel the world, I land cruise. If you choose to, how you get. Now I got you on super unleaded views. Give me room, give me some space, your excuse. When I step up in the place, then you I step correct. But I got you all in check. I got that head nod that make you your neck. But I got you all in check. And you know we come through to wreck the discotheque. But I got you all in check. Throw your hands up in the air and never disrespect. But I got you all in check.
You're now rocking with the best. Busta Rhymes coming through from the footmost squad. Boy Scouts who I be, straight to your dome. We coming straight to your dome, bringing all you rockers to all you rap. Boy Scouts who I be, flip mode is the squid on. Busta Rhymes, break it down like this.
Yo, which, stole my flow. Eeny, meeny, miny. With a direct blow. Coming through like G.I. Joe. Star
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Cleveland Browns taking on the L.A. Chargers. First quarter of the season already in the rear-view mirror, and off we go in Week 5 on EA Sports. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Right, Eddie. Stop.
Quickly to the air is Burrow. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. Just like that, it's a gain of 12 and a first down on their first play.
First down, Cleveland. Here we go. 18. Stop.
First rep of the game for Josh Jacobs. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Now Burrow. He'll complete this one to Watson. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
3rd and inches.
And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
Gun.
Burrow going for it on 4th. And he is caught. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So this offense able to convert on 4th, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Short throw caught by the tight end, Oliver. And a nice job there defensively. They get him to the ground short of the first, right around the 42.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he is trying to get to the marker. Going to depend on the spot, but I'm not sure he got there, and he did not. Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now. Now Hurts going to shift him around a bit. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. You look at this Browns defense. It's a unit that has had all sorts of issues against the pass. Dead last in the NFL, number 32 in the league.
That was a nice play right there, but overall this season, it's been an absolute disaster. A total lack of communication on the back end. They need a leader who can put this team, this unit, on his shoulder pads and carry them to the right spots.
27 yards. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Hurts. That's to the sideline and incomplete. The Chargers had 2-2 through the first 4 weeks of the season. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Not the warmest starts throwing the football. He was 1 for 3, now 1 for 4 on the opening drive.
So getting him comfortable is the key. And for him, it might be different than what we think is comfortable. We're probably thinking swing passes, easy check downs. Some guys, they're better off throwing it downfield. That's what really loosens them up.
And the Chargers are going to be set up with a first and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Here we go now on first and goal.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. On second and goal, they'll give it to him again. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. From the gun, it's Hurts. Cockrell holds it in left side. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Chig Okonkwo, his second touchdown on the season. And the Chargers get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And bulldozing his way through. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. The Cleveland offense ready to go. On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here we go. Burrow on play action. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. At that time, it was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
He'll try and do this himself. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. It's Nakobe Dean with a pick. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions in not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know something, big guy? We're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you.
Picked up by Jamel Dean. And he'll get this back across the midfield, striping down to the 47-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points are given away? It could cost them a ball game.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now they're audible to something else.
11, Thomas. 11.
Now it's Burrow. That's into the hands of Oliver. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The start of the second quarter, and it's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard.
Here we go.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
Another 3 and out.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Looking to put a drive together.
Result of the play is a turnover on down.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Hurts with a quick throw, complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
It's a gain of 11. And the Chargers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
On 1st down, 20. They'll get this down to the 38.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Here's Hurts to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. And it'll throw the open man. That's complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20.
1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Hurts sets up to throw it. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Jalen Hurts, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. This is caught. It's Christian Watson.
Hey, we got to keep
Christian Watson. A gain of 16 yards.
Now Burrow changing the look.
12.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's going to step up and run. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Jonathan Bernard able to record his 5th sack of the season. The offense on third down, not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 16. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 45.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woody. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
Brings up 3rd down.
Hurts completing this one quickly. He's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Woody. And really a nice job there to make something out of that run. Sidestepping defenders for a pickup of 4.
On every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here's 1st and goal, and gosh, points here, a chance maybe to put this thing away before halftime.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing is Hurts. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-0. is up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Making the catch, this is the tight end, Oliver. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Done. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over here up near the 40. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
63. Carlos Yanni.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Open man is the tight end, Mason Taylor. Touchdown, Allen! Mason Taylor in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead.
For the 2-point conversion.
And he is into the end zone. So they get 2 more on the board here just before halftime. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. And the Chargers are going to get the football back as time will run out in this 3rd quarter of play. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
At their own 27-yard line.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. From the 33, here's a 2nd down and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, you know me. Whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
Great.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. Gets around him. And he returns this to the 22. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
But this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Browns.
Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he's brought down. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now for getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense. I'm sure there was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the 3rd quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Gun. Stop. 180. Stop.
Here's Burrow. He finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
But it's 4th down.
Here we go. Stop.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Burrow. Taking a shot for Samuel. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
And that's where you're counting on a receiver's size being an advantage. They were hoping he could go up the top of a smaller DB and haul that one in. A good thought, but that time it didn't work out.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone. He's hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This one caught over the middle. It's Oliver, the tight end. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Here we go.
Right side, complete to Mechie. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
At the 19-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
8-yard pickup. 1st down, Browns.
To the air again, Burrow. Right side to Watson. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Christian Watson from 10 yards out. And the Browns are able to claw one back. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further.
Chargers 36.
So they go with a pass, and it works there on the 2-point try. Charles, just in general, what are your thoughts passing versus running on 2-point conversion? Situational?
It is situational, and you have to know your team. What is your strength? Because so many people think you have to throw the ball in a 2-point conversion, but the stats will tell you that running it is about as proficient. So know your team and go to your strength.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still comfortably on top, 3rd quarter as they start things here with a 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
23-yard line.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Now he'll let it go on the run, deep left side. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one. Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
And to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker.
It's now fourth down.
Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. He'll try to do it himself. That is caught. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 27 yards, a big play there on fourth.
Here we go, here we go.
And Burrow going to throw again. Oh, he dropped it. And it's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
At this point in the game, and the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Third quarter now from SoFi Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
And they go play action now. Burrow on the RPO. He'll keep, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Jonathan Grenard picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And you get the feeling, Charles, yeah, he's got the 2 sacks now, but he may get more here. We've still got a quarter and then some to go.
And the way that he is playing this game, it reminds me of one of the best golfers in the world who can use every club in the bag and make a great shot. That's what he's doing with his pass rush moves.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
The Chargers take over.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Quick slant to Shakir. So with the completed pass and the yardage they got, they'll decline the penalty.
So obviously more yards on the pass completion than they would have gained with the penalty. They did the math. They did it well, and it works for them.
From the gun, it's Hurts. And off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
48-yard line.
Right back to him on first down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
They'll run on first down. Woody. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box.
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Keon Coleman from 19 yards away. And the Chargers look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here this 4th quarter. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad is on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
The Browns drive about to get started. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So that flag obviously takes away the good yardage that they had on the play.
And talk about a momentum shift, because we can visibly see this celebration shifting from one side of the field to the other as soon as everyone saw the flag.
Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for second down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 10-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. Third and 14. Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. He'll try and do this himself. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now it's Burrow. And complete once again to Watson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
On one, ready? Here we go.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And now here's another interception. There he goes left side. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough. Oh, and now they're going to fake it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Oh, good move.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes in this one. But they certainly don't want to end it on one. They want to put together a few more throws like that and at least have a final drive to give them a little bit more hope as they move forward.
That's going to be caught by Samuel. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
A gain of 8 yards.
Now it's Burrow. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go.
Again, it's Burrow. And Watson has it right side. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
13 yards.
Here we go.
First down, Cleveland.
Burrow will throw. Short throw hauled in by Trimble. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
It leads to second and 10.
Here's Burrow. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Here we go.
Now Burrow. And it's caught. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Now the Browns offense will stay on the field as they'll go for 2 here. They'll try and throw for it. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before. Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
The Charger drive about to get going. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10. At the 42.
They'll keep it on the ground. Woody. Oh, what a juke into space. Still on his feet. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
You get in a second and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
16.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. We said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they're trying to hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
From midfield now, Burrow. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Brings up third
To the air again, Burrow. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Looks like they're going to keep throwing till the bitter end. This one's long since over, but give them credit. They're going to go down fighting. That one, incomplete.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Now, 4th quarter is certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
11. Here we go.
Back to throw again. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now.
Here we go. Time.
On the ground, this is Quinshon Judkins. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable.
Got. Right in. Stop.
And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
Well, there was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The Browns once again setting up to go for 2.
The Browns will line up for the 2-point conversion.
The Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score.
And, of course, on the 2-point try, had the option to run or pass. They pass it there, and it works.
Felt pretty straightforward, didn't it? An open receiver, ball's put on him, 2 points for them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they came into this one with a vision, Charles, and it has played out exactly as they had hoped, if not even better. They've got the huge lead here, and now the football for the final moments of the 4th.
Yeah, and it was apparent that they were the better team, right? We figured that out pretty early. But give them a lot of credit for staying with it. They didn't stumble around out there. They didn't create a lot of errors for themselves because they were the superior team. They took care of business and closed them out pretty quickly.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.